9-hitter. Out of Alpha Charter High School over in Alberta, the sophomore at 180. Has a home run, has 14 runs batted in. Riley the engineer doing Riley the engineer stuff. Well done, Riley. He does it despite the efforts of Stones McCoy, who tried to help him and just really was just in the way, right, Riley? Yeah. If he would have been out, we'd have been up a long time ago. Anyway, we're still here at second and third. Now it's 2 outs, and here's Elijah White. Sharp grinder in the hole, base hit for White. He's got 1 RBI. Here comes the throw for the second. It is cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Elijah White, and the Hawks are on top 2-1. White picks up RBI number 15 and 16. Third hit of the inning, fourth hit of the game for the Hawks. Remember, they had 17 hits yesterday in a 17-6 win, and here's the top of the order, Chase Christensen again. Chase struck out to open the ball game a couple of minutes ago. He's up here for his second time. Comes out of Rio Americano High School, the Raiders. Good lead at first for White. Garrienti's pitch, check swing, and it is a call strike on the inside corner. 0-1. And Chase didn't get the memo. He asked the umpire, "Are you sure?" You always want to check. Can he get a second opinion? Probably not. That might be going too far. It's a great lead over at first for White. And Garrienti agrees. He'll throw it over there. Lance Sabaki manning first base. Brother Bryce is over at third. Ramon Esparza at short and Jaden Reynolds at second. That's the Beavers infield with Grant Fletcher behind the plate. Rylan Pope in left. David Henry in center. And Caden Bullock is in right field. There goes White. The pitch is a ball. The throw to second is on a hop, and right underneath it goes Elijah White. Fletcher got it out of there quickly and just short hopped Reynolds at second base, and White was right underneath that, so he is in there with the stolen base. The pitch was called a ball, I believe, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to commend Rod the engineer for getting things together in a very timely fashion, working around you-know-who. I truly think you would have gotten more help if 7-Eleven would have been helping you or something like that. Maybe Mario, definitely Mario. Line drive, center field base hit. That will score White, and Christensen picks up the RBI, and the Hawks have their third run of the inning as the ball skips away, but Christensen has to stay. Chase picks up his RBI number 23. 3 runs on 4 hits in the inning, and it's a 3-1 score, and that'll bring up Braden Marua. Marua had a single his first time up, infield single. Hit it in the hole between third and short, backhanded by Esparza. His throw to first got away, so Braden ended up at second base. There goes Christensen, and the ball sliced out of play. Marua is out of Oakmont High School. Hey, look at that, Riley. Oakmont High School. Home of the Vikings and Riley the engineer. There you go. Oh, and 1. Someday we'll have to get Riley on to tell us stories of his exploits at Oakmont High School. I'm sure they're legendary. Well, we only got him on the air to talk, well, I forgot the softball game where he did Riley's points of the game or whatever it was. I hope he does that again today, Riley. That was excellent. And the other time was I asked him about Star Wars, and he was done in like 6 innings later. He's still talking. He was like that guy who did 25 hours in a row. Riley could have done 25 hours on Star Wars, no problem. And he brought new insights to the whole story for me, the whole saga. Now I've got Andor coming up. I'm checking that out. Now, do you check that out, Riley? Andor? Well, you got to, come on. You're a Star Wars guy. You got to check that out. Runner's going. The pitch is low and outside. The throw is on target, and the tag is made, and he is out at second base. So Fletcher, a fine throw and a good tag by Esparza for the out. But not before the Hawks score 3 times. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. They're on top 3-1.
got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
I know
Fine.
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Hi, I'm Jessica,
And I'm Miller.
and we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever.
Bottom of inning number 2. Hawks on top 3-1. It's Ramon Esparza, Grant Fletcher, and David Henry for the Beavers against Andrew Lockhart, who now has himself a 3-1 lead as he comes out here for the bottom of the second inning. His first pitch is a little bit inside, and they're going to say it hit Esparza, and he will go down to first base. Second batter hit by Lockhart. Stones McCoy having to admit that, yes, son Riley was the guy who really figured out how to fix the camera there at the problem, but Stones obviously also showed me a picture of the camera being struck, or I don't know how the heck it's like the ball is frozen in midair. It's crazy. It's the best action shot. You should submit it to some photography contest or something. It's awesome. Yeah, it is. It's a broken cable is our new logo. Fantastic. I'm glad our time is over here. Grant Fletcher bunts it. It's behind the screen, or back to the screen, foul ball. Hey, you want a new logo? Yeah, what's it going to be, like a tiger or lion? No, it's a broken cable. Okay. Maybe we need a new focus group or a new PR firm to come up with ideas, because that's not a good one. Fletcher at 186 on the season. Showing bunt again as Esparza's at first base coming on. Pulls it back, and it is high. Third baseman Elijah White was kind of in no man's land there. He said, hey, are you sure you're going to pull that back? But thankfully he didn't swing, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Fletcher. David Henry to follow. Fletcher takes a fastball, and it's down low, 2-1. David Henry, a home run in the game on Tuesday. Lockhart out of Antelope. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Beavers catcher. Fletcher takes ball 3. Esparza leads at first. Nobody out. They throw over to first base. Almost got Ramon going the wrong way, but didn't, and he will remain over there. Lockhart comes in with 16 strikeouts and 15 walks on the season, and that is number 16 right there inside. Third free pass, 2 hit batters and a walk for the Beavers so far in an inning plus against Lockhart, and David Henry will come up to the plate. David with a home run. 4 runs batted in. Hitting 167. Not a lot of at-bats for David, just 30. 5 for 30 with that home run. He also has a triple on the season. And he's up here with 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Elijah White coming in at third base, anticipating perhaps the Beavers are going to drop it down, and Henry shows bunts it down in the front of the plate. It's a beautiful bunt, but it's going to spin foul, and Cantor all over it does the right thing and lets it roll foul, and Henry will have to come back and do it all again. Looked like he had dropped it down perfectly, but that guy got some evil spin on it right there. And he'll have to come back and try it again as Bryce Sabaki, the on-deck hitter, the leadoff hitter, will retrieve the bat for him. And Henry will have a no-ball, 1-strike count. It was actually good that your dad was here, though, Riley, because then you knew what not to do in times of trouble. You just said, I'll just do whatever he doesn't do, and obviously we're back up. So there you go. Luna playing up close at first base as well, and Henry shows bunt again. He bunts at it, misses it, fouls it back to the screen. A high pitch that looked like it was tough to handle, and Henry is down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. J-Dog is a little bit quieter than usual to my right doing the score. She's had a lot of work the last couple of weeks. There's got too many projects on her. It's like, this school stuff is hard. I said, yeah, they do work and stuff. Henry takes it high and inside. It's weird because every class that you take has their own work you're supposed to do. They don't talk to each other and go, you're giving them a lot of work this week. I'm not going to. No, they all go out and give a lot of work all the time. That's the whole point. 1-2, Henry takes outside, 2-2. If you can't take it, you're not going to become a botanist or whatever it is you're going to become. Will you have a botany degree with a minor in horticulture? I just like saying horticulture. And I don't think that's right, by the way. 2-2. High fly ball. Left center field coming on is Christensen, shielding the eyes and making the catch for the first out. So Henry flies out to center field. Still runners at first and second for the Beavers, and now Bryce Sabatke, who flied out to right field in the bottom of the first, will have another try. So your major is botany and your minor is what? J-Dog? J-Dog. Yeah, okay. Well, she was, oh no, I have to pay attention. I have to keep score. I have to put 0 and I have to put 1 for outs now. So I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Sabatke takes a nice looking pitch in there for a strike. Yeah, I got to put down that was a strike. I can't talk to anybody. Yeah, I'm pretty busy right now. 0-1 on Bryce. Same pitch, same result, 0-2. You show interest in somebody and they just right away, just out, zoned out. Jaden Reynolds to follow. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. So Lockhart comes back after hitting a batter and walking a batter. He gets the fly out and now the strikeout, and it'll be up to Jaden Reynolds. Grounded out to shortstop on a good play by Marua in the first inning. 335 on the year, 347 in conference play for Jaden. He has 33 runs batted in, and he's got runners at first and second. And the Beavers trying to answer the 3 runs the Hawks put up on the board in the top of the second here in the bottom of inning number 2 from Beaver Field. Lockhart's pitch hit sharply into right field. That's a base hit. Radler comes up quickly. He's going to make the throw on Esparza. Throw comes through, and it's offline. Esparza scores, and the Beavers put another one up on the board. Jane Reynolds with RBI number 34, and it's now 3-2 for the Hawks. Going all the way over to third was Grant Fletcher. Reynolds keeps up his late season heroics. And Lance Sabatke will be up here with a chance to maybe tie this one up again. Actually, we tied up for the first time as the Beavers were up 3-0. Well, I guess technically it was 1-1 for a while, so we'll get back to that. Reynolds at first. Let's see if the Beavers thinking about sending him. Not a really big lead for Jaden. Lance was hit by a pitch his first time up. Takes down in the dirt, and that's a nice play by Cantor behind the plate to keep this a 3-2 Hawks lead. He smothers it, knocks it back out toward the mound. 1-0 on Lance Sabatke. 1 home run, 23 RBIs for Lance. 292 average. He scored his 35th run back in the first inning. There's that slider, and it is just a little bit too high, and it's 2-0. It's the pitch that worked to brother Bryce a couple of times, but that one misses the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes with Jackson Nichols on deck. That one's a good one. That's the one the brother saw, 2-1 on Bryce, or Lance. Reynolds creeping off at first base. 2-1 on the way. Same pitch, just misses outside. That's a good-looking pitch. Tough to call. That one missed outside. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike on Lance Sabatke. Freshman, mentioned by Coach Jay today. The Sabatkes, a couple of outstanding freshmen. That's ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Lockhart, and with the bases loaded now, had to double check and make sure they were. Here's Jackson Nichols, who had a sharp single to left field back in the first inning. He comes in at 329. 3 home runs, and now we're going to have a meeting at the mound for the Hawks. as Nichols, 3 home runs, 21 batted in, 16 scored. Just 76 at-bats on the season. This is his 28th game. As the Beavers will say, if you guys are going to get together and talk, we'll get together and talk as well. Beavers looking for their 8th conference win. Coach Jay kind of saying he thinks there's a chance they get playoffs, which would be amazing because, like we said, the first season we came out here was 22nd, or the 2022, and they didn't win any games that we were broadcasting, and I don't think it was us. I think it was mostly, they didn't win any games. The umpire is just standing up to us, making all kinds of, I think he's talking about how many visits they have, stuff like that. It's mound visits, it's team visits. It's very, very well supervised, those visits. Here's Nichols. Bases loaded, 2 outs. There's the slider, and it misses high, 1-0. I want to welcome everybody watching on YouTube, Stones Broadcast Networks, or ARC Athletics. We appreciate the support all season long. That one drops in for a strike. Especially since when we started back in 2022, the ARC Athletics YouTube had 6 subscribers, and now over 2,000. Just hit the 2,000 mark, and we appreciate all the support. Nichols takes outside, 2-1. That's a great number. You can watch it on ARC. I would say you can watch the rest of the season, but this is the last game, so I don't know. I can't say that. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jackson Nichols. 3 balls and 1 strike. But, if you subscribe to Stones Broadcast Networks, that means you get Lincoln Potters games all summer long, and you could well see some ARC athletes or some Reserve Hawks on that team this summer. Had a couple of AR players last year, Brett Griffiths, Tyler Moore. Jacob Schreiber warming up for the Hawks. That's a check swing in there for a strike, 3-2. So Schreiber loosening up for the Hawks, a right-hander in the bullpen. And now we've got a 3-2 count. We've got the bases loaded and 2 outs. Yeah, we got some excitement here, Riley. Even Riley's getting up, and he has no idea what's going on. That is outside, ball 4. Nichols will get himself an RBI, and the Beavers are tied at 3-3 as Fletcher crosses the plate. Reynolds moves over to third. Sabaki now at second. Nichols picks up RBI number 22. Still just 1 hit for the Beavers in this inning. 3 walks and a hit batter. And here's Ryland Pope, who singled in a run last time, and we're going to get, I think, a pitching change for the Hawks. So we'll be back with the identity of the new pitcher, who we think is going to be Mr. Schreiber that we just saw warming up. We think it's going to be Jacob Schreiber. We will confirm that when we come back. Right now, bottom of second, we're all tied at 3.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food.
So Jacob Schreiber is the new pitcher for the Hawks. He is making his 13th appearance, 1-0. He's got a pair of saves, 22 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, ERA 4.91. He is a freshman, and he is up here with the bases loaded and Ryland Pope at the plate. Ryland with an RBI single his last time up, which was in the first inning. He swings and misses at the first offering from Schreiber for strike one. Swing and miss. Pulled the string on that one. 0-2. Schreiber, 6'1", a freshman out of Casa Roble High School out in Orangevale. So he's quickly ahead, 0-2 against Ryland Pope. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and the inning is over. We'll go to the third. We are all tied at 3.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of inning number 3 from Beaver Field. It'll be Braden Marua, Noah Cantor, and Alan Guzman. The first 3 hitters for the Hawks. We are in a 3-3 tie here in the top of the third. Joey Garrienti has given up 3 runs on 5 hits so far. Marua with the single last time he was at the plate when Christensen was thrown out trying to steal to end the top of the inning. He slices one down the left field line, giving chase is Pope. It is a fair ball, a dive. He cannot make the play. Marua is going to come into second. So for the second straight inning, it's a leadoff double to left field for the Hawks, and they are in business with nobody out. 6th hit of the game for Consumnes River. Marua is now 2 for 2, and he'll be at second base. Noah Cantor is the hitter. Noah, who's burning it up with a .362 average and 15 home runs, lined out to second his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Sophomore out of Elk Grove High, the Thundering Herd, is tearing it up. 44 runs batted in on the season, 46 runs scored for Cantor. Swings and misses at that one from Garrienti. Joey's ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Hawks scored all 3 of their runs back in the second inning. Beavers with a run in the first inning and 2 in the second to get us here at 3-3. Marua out on second base. Line drive into center. That's a base hit. Marua will score easily, and Cantor will have his 45th RBI, and the Hawks are back on top, 4-3. Alan Guzman will be the hitter, the second baseman. Comes to us from Pleasant Grove High School and comes to us with a .339 average. He grounded out to first his first time up. Left-handed second baseman with a pair of home runs on the year and 23 batted in. Cantor with RBI number 45 right there. Short lead at first base as Guzman takes outside. 1-0. He's followed by Angelo Luna, number 5 hitter in the order for the Hawks. Nice day. A little breezy out here at Beaver Field, but nice day. Good crowd. Fastball misses the outside corner. 2-0. Let's check the last home game of the regular season for the Beavers. A campaign that they are 15-23 and 7-15 in Big 8 conference play. Line drive in the hole, left field, base hit. So Guzman gets his first hit of the game. That is hit number 8 for the Hawks. As I said, they had 17 in the win on Tuesday. And here's Angelo Luna, who sliced a double down the left field line his first time up to lead off the second inning. Luna out of Pittsburgh High, down in Pittsburgh, California, Riley, not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nobody out, run in, and 2 on for the Hawks. Sails the fastball outside. It's 1-0. Guarantee asks that Grant Fletcher comes out and has a chat, so the umpire thinks about it. He goes, okay, it's all good. Ben Pernetti on deck for the Hawks, who are trying to get their record back. A win today and a win tomorrow would bring them to 12-12 in conference play and 23-15 overall. Definitely playoff worthy for the Hawks. Big 8 conference led by Santa Rosa, who's lost 1 game all season, and they are the number 1 ranked team in the state. Sierra also in the Big 8 conference, the number 2 team in Northern California. So again, the Big 8 conference, just not only top heavy, but good all the way down through. 3-0 now on Luna. Angelo with 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in, and scored his 12th run of the season back in the second inning, which was just an inning ago. Swing and a miss. Correction, it is 2-1 now, 2-1. The umpire heard me say that and said, yes, it is. See how he did that? He's got to be listening somehow, Riley, because he's just too tuned in to what I'm saying. Luna comes in at 266 on the campaign. Has the 2-1 pitch on the way and spanks it out to right field for a base hit. Bullock pulls it up, and they're going to hold the runner at third base as Bullock came up strong with a quick and strong throw that was cut off, but it's loading the bases now. 4th hit of the inning, 4th straight hit, and the 9th hit for the Hawks in this one. And with the bases loaded and still nobody out, Ben Pernetti, who struck out his first time up on a call, 3rd strike, will be the hitter. The DH, who was the winning pitcher in Tuesday's game, batting .286. He also has a pair of home runs. Not a lot of at-bats for Pernetti. And he has 5 runs batted in. He's also out of Pleasant Grove High School. 1 run in already, and the bases loaded with nobody out. Sabaki's playing even with the bag at first and third. Bryce and Lance respectfully. Fastball rides high and inside to Pernetti. 1 ball and no strikes. Jimmy Radler, the right fielder, on deck. Popped up and get out of play. Sabaki chasing it, but it'll be out of play down the third base line. And it is by a wide margin, so it's 1-1 now on Pernetti. Hawks got 17 hits on Tuesday, and they have not changed out of the hitting close yet. Running up 9 hits already through the first 2+ innings here. Pernetti check swing, and it's inside for a ball. 2-1. Beavers straight away and pretty deep, especially David Henry in center is deep for Pernetti, who does have 2 home runs on the season. Check swing again, and that one misses inside. 3-1. Hawks leading at 4-3. Threatening with the bases loaded and nobody out here in inning number 3. 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled at the plate. Might have got a piece of Grant Fletcher here. So the umpire, very cleverly, is going to come out and clean off the plate. And to J-Dog's, there you go, J-Dog. There's a little broom. He's got the little broom. I know, you were all excited about that last time. He brings out the old broom, cleans it up. Looked like he had like a little earpiece in there, didn't it, Riley? He's probably checking out YouTube. He might be on ARC Athletics. He might be on Stone Broadcast Network. I don't know. Either way, it's fine. 3-2 pitch is chopped down to first base. That's a tough play for Sabaki. He's going to have only one play, and he'll step on first himself. So Pernetti is retired. He'll get an RBI as Cantor scores the second run of the inning. Moving to third is Guzman. Moving to second is Luna. Pernetti gets his 6th run batted in of the season. That ball was bounced high enough that it was going to go into the sun, and Sabaki had to block the sun out, made the catch, and made the play. And Jimmy Radler, who singled his first time up, will be at the plate. Scored a run, his 18th of the season. That's back in the second inning. Out of Granite Bay High School, freshman. Watches that pitch miss a little bit outside, 1-0. Jimmy hitting .277 coming in, and it's 1 for 1 in this one. Hawks now on top 5-3. They've got Guzman at third. They've got Luna at second, and 1 out here in the third. Radler lines that ball into left center field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Here's the second coming around. Pope gets it into the infield. It's a 2-run single for Radler. He is 2 for 2, and it's now 7-3 in favor of the Hawks. Radler picks up his 22nd and 23rd runs batted into the season, and we're going to have a pitching change for the Beavers. We will step away and come back with a new pitcher. Bottom of the third, Beavers trailing at 7-3.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
New pitcher for the Beavers, number 44, Caden Clive, making his 16th appearance. He is 3-1 on the season. 42 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, 14 walks. 4.43 ERA for the right-hander. And he's facing Angelo Nunes with 1 out. Over at first base is Jimmy Radler, and 4 runs in for the Hawks as they lead this one 7-3. Garrienti went 2 1/3, gave up 10 hits. Responsible for the runners on base right now, which is Jimmy Radler. He struck out 2 and didn't walk anybody. There's a throwback to first base, the tag, not applied. Two balls and no strikes on Angelo Nunes, who grounded out to third his first time up, back in the second inning. That one is high for a ball. 7th hitter of the inning for the Hawks. Elijah White, who singled in 2 runs his last time up, is on deck, the third baseman. That's the first strike right there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Radler getting off at first base. There's a pitch hit high and deep to left field, giving chase is Pope. That is over his head, and it'll bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. They're going to have to move Radler back to third. He was going to score easily. He'll have to go back to third as Nunes delivers a double to left center field. 6th hit of the inning for the Hawks and 11th of the game, and now here's Elijah White. 8th batter to bat in the inning. White singled in 2 runs back in the second, so he has 16 runs batted in now. He's also scored 26 runs. Make that 27 as he scored back in the second inning. So good production there. It says 180 hitter, but he has RBIs and he's got runs scored. Out of Alpha Charter High School. Swings and misses at the Clive offering. 0-1. Grant Fletcher behind the plate for the Beavers in this one. I'm told that Dallas Braden was in the stands here earlier from the Oakland A's. The unhoused A's, as I call them. That fastball barely misses. I mean, Sacramento, can't call them Sacramento. They're not Oakland. They're not Las Vegas yet, so they're homeless. But you can't say homeless anymore, so you say unhoused. That's how I came up with the unhoused A's, Riley, and I hope you'll join me in that campaign. 1 ball and 1 strike. High fly ball left field. Pope's going back. He's got room. Now he keeps going back. Reaches up and makes the catch on the warning track. That'll easily score a runner from third. And thinking about it was Nunes from second. He will just make it to third. It's a sacrifice fly. The 3rd run batted in for White in this one. 5th run of the inning, and it'll bring up the 9th batter of the inning, Chase Christensen. That one just kept going from White. And again, looked like a 180 hitter. Got a 2-run single and a deep sacrifice fly. Christensen has struck out, and he has singled. Drove in a run back in the second inning, his 23rd of the season. Out of Rio Americano High School. He's got a runner at third, and he lifts one out toward right field. Should have room. Bulock comes in a little bit and makes the catch. So 5 runs in the inning for the Hawks. We go to the bottom of inning number 3, and they're on top 8-3.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. going to look that way. Now he's going to look down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid, and that's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Jacob Schreiber back out on the mound for the Hawks. Now he's got himself a 5-run lead at 8-3. His first pitch is a strike to Ken Bullock. Schreiber came in to get the strikeout of Ryland Pope to end the second inning, and the Beavers scored a pair in that inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bullock, who struck out his first time up, hitting .311 coming in with a pair of home runs for Caden out in right field for the Beavers today. Fouls that one off. Schreiber relieving Andrew Lockhart, who went the first inning and 2/3 to give up 3 hits and 3 runs. That one is a little bit too high for a ball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Second batter, second strikeout for Schreiber. 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 3, and Ramon Esparza will be the hitter. Hit by a pitch was Ramon back in the second inning, scored a run. 196 on the season, now 13 runs scored for Ramon. Takes a high fastball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. He's followed by Grant Fletcher for the Beavers. That one misses down low, so it's quickly 2-0 on Ramon Esparza. Beavers with 1 in the first and 2 in the second, but they're down by 5 after the Hawks score 5 in the top of the third. Esparza takes ball 3. Yeah, Dallas Braden was out here for a little while. Stones invited him up to the booth, and he thought about it and said, I got to go. 3-0 pitch outside. Esparza is on base for the second straight time, this time via the base on balls. And with 1 out, Grant Fletcher, who also walked his first time up, will be at the hitter. So Fletcher up here with 1 out and 1 on. Fletcher takes a ball, 1-0, down low. Grant, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. He has scored 11 runs on the season. 1-0 pitch, finds the strike zone, 1-1. David Henry to follow, batting in the 9 spot for Coach Doug Jumley. Again, we did out of the dugout. It's a feature that I invented for the last game of the season, which is good thinking. There's a strike. One and 2. If we come back next year, then I'll do it. But right now, it doesn't look like it. So, check swing, and it's a ball. I just thought, I've been promising the guy an interview for 3 years. I thought I might as well do it. 2 balls and 2 strikes, so Riley gets to do his Richard M. Nixon impersonation. I don't know that it's his favorite American, but it might be his favorite one to imitate. You got to do the real, I showed you the real celebration when he's real high with the hands, 2 and 2. Do you think Richard, what's he going, 2 and 2? I don't think so. That sails high for a ball. That'll fill it up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the bottom of inning number 3 from Beaver Field. J-Dog is here. Yes, in case you're wondering, J-Dog is doing the scoreboard, but she's very busy this week, and she can't really be bothered to talk or anything. She's very involved in what she's doing. Ball 4. She's going home to watch her favorite movie. I know her favorite movie is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, when they're all those pods and everything. 2 on, 1 out. David Henry, the hitter, he flied out to center field his first time up. And catcher Noah Cantor's going to go talk to Schreiber, who had struck out his first 2 hitters he faced and then walked the last 2, Esparza and Fletcher. Stones McCoy is talking about me behind my back, thinking I won't hear him because I'm supposed to be doing work, but of course I'm listening to him and not doing what I'm supposed to do. But he just repeated the story about Dallas Braden that I told already, which is, he said, hey, you want to go up and talk to Pam? I got to go. I got to go. The game starts in like 9 hours or something. Here's Henry. Takes a pitch, takes a strike, 0-1. David with a home run in Tuesday's game. Has 4 runs scored and 4 runs driven in on the season, 167 coming in, and flied to center, who's head back in the second inning. Watches that outside, 1-1. Beavers with the red jerseys, white pants. The Hawks with the gray uniforms. I like this look, Riley. It's a good look. That's high for a ball. Maybe not gray. What do you think? You think those are gray? We got a little bit of orange in there. Got a little bit of blue in there. Yeah, orange outline of the blue numbers. Very sharp look. Have a meeting at the mound there while we ponder the fashion choices made by our 2 teams today. Should mention Coach Doug Jumala, as we talked about in the interview, did mention his assistant coaches in a very, very, very complimentary fashion. Todd Conroy, especially Chris Garcia, Marcus Garcia, and Michael Wilson. That especially Garcias have brought a kind of a new vitality to the program and really went out and beat the bushes and have recruited and done a great job getting a great freshman class in here. We're seeing some of them out here with the Sabakis, Bryce and Lance. Also Jackson Nichols out here. Another freshman. Ryland Pope, a freshman. And Dylan Westbrook, as we said, not in the lineup today, but also a standout freshman, hitting over 360 or at 360 on the season. But not in the lineup today, and the Beavers trying to make up for his absence. It is 2 balls and 1 strike on David Henry. Esparza at second, Fletcher over at first. That's right down the middle, strike 2. That's the one you're waiting for right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Henry fouls that one back. 2-2 on David Henry. Sophomore. Out in center field, taking Dylan Westbrook's place defensively. Waiting for the 2-2 pitch again from Schreiber. Line but foul down the left field line. Viciously struck by David Henry, but didn't quite direct it exactly right, so he'll be up there again with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Schreiber set at the belt, the 2-2. Hit down the left field line again and toward the bullpen of the Beavers, but that is in foul territory, thankfully, so it's still 2-2. Riley, besides looking for canines, I like looking at the different kinds of hats people have. I think I see a Cincinnati red hat. That's a good one. A lot of good-looking hats at a baseball game. A lot of good-looking ARC hats as well. Ball 3 on a high pitch from Schreiber. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But I think the Reds is the best one I've seen so far. The great Jamil Pugh's down there. I can't tell. It looks like maybe a Blue Jays hat down there. Pretty good choice. I got a Blue Jays hat as well. I don't wear it that often, though. Not with Canada being what it is. 3-2 pitches popped up right side out of play. You know, with the strained relations. And that's the thing, Riley. I don't know what it is. My wife, it turns out she hates Canada. I didn't even know that. She hates Canada. She hates Canadians. I said, there's a lot of great Canadians. She didn't like them. I said, she likes the Guess Who. I know you don't know who that is, but it's a band from the 60s and 70s. Henry fouls it off. I said, what about Dan Aykroyd? What about Neil Young? What about Ryan Reynolds? What about Well, then I said Justin Bieber because I was running out. I mean, come on. Martin Short. Come on, all these people. It's just, I don't like Canadians. I think Canadians are fine people. You like Canadians too, Riley? J-Dog, how do you feel about Canadians? Canadians. You got to pay attention. Canadians. No, she's in the air on Canadians. I did not expect that. I did not see that coming. You're always surprised. You're always surprised. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back again by Henry. Yes, some of them, they speak French. That's okay. You can do that. You don't care for the French either? Or the Canadians? Wow. You horticulturists don't like anybody. Oh, if they're not planted in the dirt. 3-2. Oh, J-Dog. Popped up. That one will maybe stay on the field of play. Cantor has it. No, it's the third baseman coming down and making the play, and that's Elijah White. So Henry battled, but ends up popping out to White for the second out here in the third inning, and it'll be up to Bryce Sabatke, who has flied to right and struck out. Sabatke 0 for 2 in the game today. 292 on the season with 26 runs batted in and 36 runs scored. Playing over at third base for the Beavers. Esparza at second, Fletcher at first. Sabatke swings and misses off speed. That's the one Schreiber showed Ryland Pope when he first came in, and Ryland was mistiming it 3 times in a row, which is all it took, and he was down on strikes. That was back to end the second inning. Sabatke takes strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Bryce. Jaden Reynolds waits on deck. Takes that one outside. Cantor with the outside target, and that's where Schreiber threw it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield straightaway and medium deep, I would say, on Sabatke. One-two pitch is swung on and missed. Schreiber with another big strikeout. Had a couple walks, but had a couple strikeouts. We go to the fourth. Hawks on top, 8-3.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of inning number 4 from Beaver Field. Mark the Phantom Low, Roddy the Engineer, Stones McCoy, J-Dog, Matt Pearson, 7-11, Mario, and I think that's Dylan down the end. And there's another guy down. Oh, man, we got a lot of people up here. 8-3 Hawks, and they'll send up Brenda Marua, the shortstop. Noah Cantor and Alan Guzman. 2, 3, and 4 against Caden Clive, who came on in relief of Joey Garrienti. and misses outside with that one. 2 balls and no strikes. Monroe is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He has scored a run. Pops that one up. Third baseman Sabatke is going to call it. And he makes the catch for the first out. So Monroe is out for the first time today, and a pop-up to Bryce Sabatke. 1 out, and Noah Cantor will be the hitter, the catcher, who is setting the world on fire with a .362 average and 15 home runs. Picked up his 45th RBI back in inning number 3 with a single, and also scored a run, giving him 47 runs scored. Noah out of Elk Grove High School against Caden Clive. Swings and misses. 0-1. Outfield is straight away and deep for Noah. Had a home run in Tuesday's game. I believe he had 3 hits and drove in 4 in that game. Chops that one foul over toward the Beavers dugout, and it's quickly 0-2 on Noah Cantor. 5'9", 180 pounds, Noah Cantor. Sophomore. Takes it outside for a ball, 1-2. Alan Guzman on deck, the number 4 hitter, the second baseman for the Hawks. Cantor swings and misses. Clive gets him on strikes. So Noah is 1 for 3 today with 2 outs, and Alan Guzman will be the hitter. He is grounded to first and singled. Scored back in inning number 3. His 23rd run scored of the season. Second baseman out of Pleasant Grove High School. Takes slider inside, 1-0. Big left-handed hitter. Guzman listed at 6'4" and 215, just a freshman out of Pleasant Grove High. One 0 pitch is in there for a call strike. 1-1. Angelo Luna, who's 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored on deck. In case Guzman starts something here for the Hawks. Hits it well into right center field. It's curving back toward the center fielder. Moving over is Henry. He won't get there. And it'll be against the fence. Guzman's going to get into second base, and he'll stay there with a double. Had a little bit of a slice on it. I thought Henry might be able to catch up to it, but it was hit very, very well. And Guzman's got his second hit in a row, his second of the game. And with 2 outs, he is at second base for Angelo Luna. That is hit number 12 for the Hawks. Luna has a double and a single. He scored both times. That's the second and third inning. Came in at 266. And has scored runs number 12 and 13 on the year. Angelo is out of Pittsburgh High, down in the Bay Area. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Came in at 266. There's a pickoff at second base, and they almost got him. Perfectly planned, but just a little bit too late on the delivery. And Guzman gets back into second base. Dumele, I guess I'm the only one who thinks he was safe because I think he was safe. So everybody else in the whole press box is getting all mad. Jones McCoy's getting mad. Even Dylan 7-11, who's been very nice to me today, so I have to be nice to him. J-Dog I can be mean to. Matt Pearson, I asked him to sign a baseball shirt, a commemorative ARC baseball shirt, and he signed his name in like childlike big scrawling letters. I'm surprised they didn't use a crayon the way he went after it. I still can't. I look at it, it's giant size. Shot into left center field. That'll get down. Luna's got himself his third hit. He is going to go slowly into second base, moving gingerly almost as the ball hits one hop to left center field fence. And Luna's got the RBI. And it's 9-3 now in favor of the Hawks. Luna's 16th RBI of the season. And that'll bring up Ben Pernetti. Pernetti has struck out and grounded out. Got an RBI on the ground out back in the third inning. His 6th of the season for the DH. Luna out at second base. 13th hit for the Hawks here in the fourth inning. Pernetti takes a strike, going 1. Jimmy Radler on deck, the right fielder. Bernetti, yes, Tuesday's winning pitcher, takes outside for a ball. One pitch, call, strike two. Bernetti fouls that one off. Checking out, he is 10-2 on this season on the mound. 85 innings pitched, 89 strikeouts, 23 walks, 3.6 ERA. So very impressive on the mound, Ben Bernetti. And he's the DH today in a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Luna out at second base after delivering the RBI double that pushed the Hawks lead up to 9-3. Bernetti swings and misses, and he's out on strikes. 1 run, 2 hits for the Hawks. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. It's the Hawks 9 and the Beavers 3.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Bottom of inning number 4, Beavers trail at 9-3. J-Dog just explaining to me her English paper, and I had no idea what she's talking about. Something about free farmers. That's all I got. 0-1 on Jaden Reynolds. He'll be followed by Lance Sabaki and Jackson Nichols against Jacob Schreiber. Reynolds swings and misses. Schreiber has been changing speeds very effectively here. He came on with 2 outs in the second inning, got a strikeout, and then walked a couple in the third, but ended up with 2 more strikeouts and has not allowed a run yet. Reynolds swings and misses. Ball gets away, picked up by Cantor. Gets himself an angle, throws to first, and almost pulls Luna off first base, but he's there for the strikeout on Reynolds. 4th strikeout already for Schreiber, and he'll face Lance Sabatke, who has been hit by a pitch and walked so far in this one. Lance started the day at 292, and he stays at 292. He scored a run in the first inning, so he has now scored 35 on the campaign as he settles in against Schreiber, freshman against freshman. Fastball catches the corner for a strike, 0-1. Again, same motion, throwing the fastball, throwing the off speed. And that is the off speed. It is down low for a ball. Gerald Johnson, number 6 for the Hawks, was warming up earlier in the game back in the 3rd inning. Nobody up right now for Consumnes River. Schreiber misses high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lance. Jackson Nichols to follow. Hit right back up the middle off the mound into center field for a base hit. A little bit of weird spin on that one. But Sabaki has his first hit. He's on for the 3rd time. Just the fourth hit for the Beavers in this one. It'll bring up Jackson Nichols, who has one of the other three. A single back in the first inning. Also an RBI walk with the bases loaded in the second, which is Jackson's 22nd run batted in the season. Comes in at 329 at the plate. Sabatke at first. Outside for a ball. Noah Cantor behind the plate for the Hawks. Luna at first, Guzman at second. Marua at short and White at third. Nunez, Christensen, and Radler in the outfield. That one is high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Jackson Nichols out of Valley Christian High School. Ryland Pope to follow. Nichols takes a ball. That one's right down the middle for a strike. Got 3-1 here, I believe is the count. Sabaki leads the first, not being held on over there. That is ball 4. So Nichols walks. He's on base for the third time. First and second, 1 out, and Ryland Pope, who was the first batter that Schreiber faced when he entered back in the second. He struck him out on 3 pitches. So Ryland's been simmering about that for about an hour now, and he is ready to go. Maybe 45 minutes. Left-handed left fielder is 1 for 2, has an RBI single. That was back in the first inning. Inside for a ball. Ryland came in at 298 and picked up his 23rd run batted in the first inning. Beavers 1 out, runners at first and second. Ryland takes a strike down the middle, 1-1. Beavers have had a lot of base runners. Unofficially 12 base runners. Ryland swings and misses at the off-speed pitch again from Schreiber. As J-Dog points out, it looks like their timing is a little off against the right-hander. She nailed it, although when she's so tired, I don't know what she's saying. Anything that comes into her mind, she just says it. Pope takes inside. Nice block by Cantor. She really has no filter right now. She just, throwing anything out. I asked her, so how's English class going? She gave me a 6-minute dissertation on her latest paper. I couldn't tell her. I really didn't care. I mean, what can I do? She's such a fine individual, but maybe she just burning the candle at too many ends or whatever. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. But she did bring some chard in a couple of games ago, and I used it in a salad at home, and it was delicious. So, I mean, even though she's a trial, sometimes she comes through. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on, bottom of 4. Final home game of the regular season. Line drive into center field. It's caught out there by Christensen. Hit too well by Ryland Pope. Sabatke at second kind of knew it's not going to fall in. I don't look like it had a chance when he hit it, but it just stayed up in the air. And Christensen made the catch for the second out, and here's Caden Bullock, who has struck out twice so far today, once against Lockhart and once against Schreiber. Comes in at 311 with a pair of home runs. Hits it well to left field. Going back, and it is a foul ball. That one had a lot of what we call distance on it, Riley. But it didn't have a lot of good direction on it. And Coach Jumale said, it's our last game, and I thought that might have been fair. It's the other pole. It's not that pole, it's the other pole. But they spent the whole time before the game talking over the ground rules. And so, although it was a quick meeting, I'm sure that the umpire knows exactly which pole he's looking at, if you pardon the expression. Oh and 1 on Bullock. Nichols at first, Sabatke at second. High fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike on Caden. He's followed by Ramon Esparza in the Beavers order. They've had the base runners, just 3 runs across the plate, though. 4 hits, couple of hit batters, couple of walks. Bulock takes strike 2. That one looked like it was going to be high and then settled in perfectly for a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bulock takes it, and that ball is going to kick away. Cantor's on it quickly. The throw to third is not in time. Sabaki made it, but Cantor made it very close. It's a wild pitch. Staying at first base was Jackson Nichols because he didn't know for sure that Sabaki was going to go, so good base running over there for Jackson. Bulock still alive at the plate with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Make that 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Medium deep for Caden. Takes ball 3. Although several members of the Hawks thought it was going to be strike 3. They were not rewarded in that thought. And it's a full count now on the Beavers right fielder. Line drive center field. That's a base hit. Bulock's got himself an RBI. Staying at second base is Nichols. Scoring is Sabatke. Bulock with his 14th RBI of the season. It's 9-4, and they'll bring up Ramon Esparza. Good at bat by Bulock. He almost had a home run. He almost was called out on strikes, and then he delivers a base hit up the middle and drives in a run. So it's 9-4 now in favor of the Hawks, and here's Esparza, who's been hit by a pitch and walked. That one is high for a ball. One 1-0 on Ramon Esparza. Grant Fletcher follows him for ARC. Trying to peck away at this big lead. The Hawks, that's outside. Throw behind the runner at first base is going to be just a little bit too late, but good setup by the Hawks. And that one all set up to throw behind Bulock. Cantor delivers it down to Luna, but the tag just a little bit too late to get the sliding Bulock, and Caden is back safely. 2-0 on Ramon Esparza. Foul back to the screen, 2-1. Esparza takes call, strike 2. 2-2 on Ramon. He did not agree with that, I think. He did a kind of a big sigh and shrugged the shoulders. But it's still 2-2 regardless. He fouls that one off, spoiling it down the right field line. He'll get himself another chance against Jacob Schreiber. Guzman, the second baseman, right next to second base as Esparza pops that one out of play. So a hole at traditional second base if Esparza can direct it that way. Right now just trying to stay alive with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 2 outs here in the 4th. Beavers have scored once. They trail at 9-4. Golfs it down the left field line toward the bullpen area of the Beavers, so it's by definition a foul ball. 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch to Esparza. It's a sharp grounder out towards shortstop. Backhanded by Marua. Throws across the diamond and got him at first base. What a play by Braden Marua at shortstop. Goes deep into the hole and makes the strong throw and shuts down as far as the Beavers score. Once we go to the fifth, they trail at 9-4.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to look down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
Top of inning number 5 from Beaver Field. The Hawks lead this one 9-4. Jimmy Radler, Angelo Nunes, and Elijah White, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Hawks, who have been very effective so far with 4 hits between the 3 of them and a sacrifice fly and 3 runs batted in and 3 runs scored. So well done so far. Here's Radler, who's 2 for 2. He takes off-speed pitch inside. He's scored twice. He's driven in 2, and he's got 2 hits. He now has 23 runs batted in, the freshman right fielder. Lines that one to right field. That's a base hit. Cutting it off is Bullock, but Radler's thinking double all the way, and Bullock had to get it almost in the corner, and Radler has himself his 3rd straight hit. This one a double. 15 hits for the Hawks, coming off 17 on Tuesday, and here's Angelo Nunes, who was grounded to the 3rd and doubled. But doubled down the left field line back in the 3rd inning. Radler out at second, nobody out. Caden Clive, the right-hander on the mound for the Beavers. He'll go back to second to Jaden Reynolds, but back safely is Jimmy Radler. Nunez 261 on the year. Grounded to the 3rd and doubled. Takes that one, it's a strike. Elijah White on deck. Nunez out of Antioch High School, down in the Bay Area. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, bunts at it, but fouls it. And it's quickly 0-2 on Nunez. Left fielder for the Hawks, who are 21-15 overall and 10-12 in Big 8 conference play. They are looking to try to win today, win tomorrow, and finish 500 in conference and set themselves up for playoff participation. Beavers, meanwhile, 15-23. Last year they won 10 games all season. That one is high. And 7-15 in league play, which last year they were 4-20. So they're looking to double on that total, but right now they trail this one 9-4 in the top of inning number 5 at Beaver Field in lovely Sacramento, California. Hit to left field, coming on, not in time. It's a base hit in front of the left fielder, picked up by Pope. He gets it in quickly, but it's 1st and 3rd, another hit for the Hawks, the 2nd for Nunez. And 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and Elijah White coming to the plate. Elijah came in with a 180 batting average, 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. He had a 2-run single back in the second inning, and he had a sacrifice fly to left field in the third, which was on the warning track when Ryland Pope tracked it down. So far, impressive hitting out of the number 9 spot for the Hawks. 3 runs batted in, a run scored. And he's up here with runners at first and third and takes a strike. Joey Garrianti started for the Beavers, went 2 1/3. Clive came on in the third in that inning, pitched the fourth, and now he's up here in the fifth. He has given up 5 hits so far. There's a bunt shown by White. He bunts it back, tries to get it by Clive. Clive with a nice play. He'll go to first, but it'll be a RBI for White as Radler scores. Going to second is Nunez. And if you call that a sacrifice bunt, that's White's 4th RBI of the day. Good play by Clive to track it down before it got past him. Hawks scored their 10th run. And here's Chase Christensen, top of the order. Single struck out fly to right for Christensen, and he takes a strike. He's 1 for 3, 290 on the year out of Rio Americano. Picked up RBI number 23 back in the second inning. He's got Nunez at second base and 1 out here in the 5th. Good looking pitch, call strike. 0-2 on Chase Christensen. Braden Marua is on deck, the shortstop, coming off that excellent play he made to end the bottom of inning number 4. 0-2 to Christensen. Hit high up in the air, right center field. Tracking it down is Henry. He makes a nice running catch on the warning track, and they're going to maybe send the runner. No. Beavers get it back in time as Henry with a tremendous running catch on the warning track. Smashes into the fence, gets the ball back in time. Tagging at second is Nunez. He was thinking about going to third, but he was held up over there. And with 2 outs, it'll be Braden Marua, who was singled, doubled, and popped out to third. Scored a run back in the third, his 19th of the season. Left-hand hitting shortstop out of Oakmont High School, home of Riley the Engineer. It's a big chopper up the middle. That'll get into center field, a base hit and an RBI for Marua. His 3rd hit of the game, first run batted in as Nunez scores. Second run of the inning makes it 11-4 for the Hawks, and will bring up Noah Cantor. He has lined out, singled in a run, and struck out. The catcher coming in at .362 with, I believe, a school record 15 home runs on the season. I think that's what I saw. Also has 45 RBIs now and 47 runs batted, or 47 runs scored. Right-handed catcher out of Elk Grove High School, sophomore. Chopper down to third. Zabaki short hops. Nice play by Zabaki. Goes across the diamond for the out. But the Hawks scored twice in the 5th. We go to the bottom of inning number 5. Hawks 11, Beavers 4.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I'm not. I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Bottom of inning number 5. New pitcher for Consumnes River is Daryl Johnson, wearing number 6, making his 13th appearance. He's 1-2 on the year. 23 and a third innings pitched, a 6.17 ERA. He's got 21 strikeouts in those 23 innings pitched. 23 and a third innings pitched. He'll face Grant Fletcher, David Henry, the top of the order, Bryce Sabaki. Schreiber went 3 and a third innings, gave up 2 hits and 1 run. He was impressive, had some troubles with the base on balls, but pitched very well for the Hawks. Johnson's first pitch is a fastball, and it's right down the middle. Four walks for Schreiber. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly on Grant Fletcher, who's walked twice and scored once. Catcher out of Yuba City, hitting 186 coming in. Takes another fastball, and that one's high and outside from Johnson.
Phantom, you only have to go another half game to go the whole season without getting thrown out of the box.
Woohoo! We're not there yet.
1-2. Foul back to the screen. Matt Pearson reminding us of last year when the entire press box was thrown out of a game. We refused to go, of course. Joe Johnson had a Bradshaw Christian, sophomore, right-hander. 1-2 to Fletcher. Breaking ball, misses. He'd already turned around and thought he had himself a strikeout, and now the home plate umpire with a word of warning, I believe. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He thrown a bunch of fastballs in a row and threw an off-speed pitch would look pretty good, but missed the strike zone. And displeasure was offered up by the Hawks contingent. That's lifted out toward right field. Coming on as Rattler. He'll have time, and he'll make the catch for the first out. So a fly ball to Rattler in right field is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th, and David Henry will be the hitter. Beavers center fielder with a tremendous running catch in the top of the inning has flied to center and popped out to third base. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Had a home run on Tuesday for his first of the season. Fastball swung on and missed. Johnson showing a little bit of heat there. Gets it by David Henry for the first strike here, 0-1. Top of the order, Bryce Sabaki to follow. Sharply down to third on the big hop to White. Across the diamond for the out. So 2 up, 2 down for the Beavers here in inning number 5, and that'll bring up the top of the order and Bryce Sabaki. He has flied to right and struck out twice, so Bryce 0 for 3 in this one. Tremendous freshman season at .292 with 26 RBI. Looking to get a hit in this final home game for the Beavers. Final home game for us as well. Lockhart started, then Schreiber, and now Johnson. And that one is lined foul down the right field line toward the bullpen area. It'll get out back into the flora and fauna where J-Dog reigns supreme. Oh and 1. That one misses for 1-1. J-Dog, I have to say you've been an awesome scoreboard operator all season long. It's been a pleasure serving next to you. And even if you show me pictures of your garden and all that stuff that I don't know what you've been showing me, but it's still fun. Outside for a ball, 2-1. I want to say we have a really good crew up here, but come on. I'm like Honest Abe up here. I can't tell a lie. I mean, we got Matt Pearson. We've got 7-Eleven has been tremendous all year long. Mario, of course, I still have no idea what he's doing over there, but he is just a good guy. That's ball 3. Matt Pearson would be great, except for he signed his name 6 times bigger than anybody else on the T-shirt. I was hoping to get more guys. I can't now. I've had at least 4 players go, I wanted to write my name in there, but I had no room because of Pearson. And I think I looked down there, somebody signed it Jalen Hurts, and I really think that was not a person, if you know what I mean. Fouled out of play. Full count on Bryce Abaki, Jaden Reynolds in the on-deck circle. Jalen Hurts. There's Bryce Harper. There's all kinds of people in there with Philadelphia ties. Ben Franklin signed it. I don't know what that's about. And Hall & Oates, which is crazy. Swing and a miss at the fastball. So Johnson comes in 1-2-3. We go to the 6th. Hawks on top, 11-4.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Sophomore right-hander Ben Hansen on the mound for the Beavers as we start the top of inning number 6, making his 6th appearance, 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, a 5.66 ERA for the right-hander, who delivers a strike to Alan Guzman, the second baseman, who's grounded out, doubled, and singled. Scored a couple of runs for the Hawks in this one. Lifts that one up in the air toward left field. Coming on is Pope, and he'll make the catch for the first out. So Guzman is retired for the first out. Angela Luna, who has not been retired all day, will be the hitter. The first baseman is doubled, singled, and doubled again. He's got an RBI, and he scored 2 runs. The RBI is 16th of the season, now 13 runs scored for Angelo. Luna comes out of Pittsburgh High School, and swings and misses at that one, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Luna. Ben Pernetti in the on-deck circle. Hansen delivers the fastball outside. The sophomore, 1 ball and a 1 strike. Outfield, straightaway and deep for Luna. Breaking ball. Had him fooled, I think, but couldn't find the strike zone, so it's 2-1 on Angelo. 266 coming in. He's going to help that considerably with the 3 hits he's gotten today so far. That one looks good, and it is 2-2 on Luna. Hansen comes inside under the hands, gets the strike on the inside corner, and Riley gets the signal 2-2, which he enjoys, I think, probably more than anything else in the world. That's lined into left field and make it 4 for 4 for Angelo Luna. He's going to round first. He's going to make it to second. The ball gets to the fence, and he runs very gingerly, but he still has himself 3 doubles today as he is picking the perfect spot to go at left center field. He's 4 for 4, and he's at second base with 1 out here in the 6th, and Ben Pernetti coming to the plate. Pernetti at 286 coming in, picked up an RBI back in the 3rd on a ground out and has struck out twice. So he's 0 for 3, does have that RBI. He's got Luna out at second base, but the way Angelo is running, it's going to be hard to knock him in with anything less than a triple. Hansen delivers it outside, and the ball gets away, and Luna's going to make it over to third. Be a pass ball on that one. And Luna now 90 feet away with 1 out. Jimmy Radler, who has 3 hits of his own, is on deck. So he and Luna 7 for 7 in this one so far. Said the Hawks with 17 hits on Tuesday. That's 16 today, and there's a high fly ball left center field moving over as Henry has a beat on it right in front of the warning track. That's going to be far enough to get Luna in from third. It's a sacrifice fly for Pernetti, his 2nd RBI of the day, and it's 12-4 for the Hawks. Luna now with 4 hits and 3 runs scored. Gives him 14 runs scored on the year and brings up Jimmy Radler. Radler singled and scored in the 2nd, singled in 2 runs and scored in the 3rd, and then doubled and scored in the 5th. Takes a fastball in there for a strike from Hansen. 0-1 on Jimmy Radler. Out of Granite Bay High School. Hits it out toward right field. Bulock tracking it down and making the catch for the out. So a run on a hit for the Hawks in the 6th. We go to the bottom of inning number 6, and they lead at 12-4.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kidder. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of inning number 6, Luke Haney is coming up to the plate for Jaden Reynolds to start it off against Darrell Johnson in for his 2nd inning of work. Johnson 1-2-3 in the 5th inning, including a strikeout. Reynolds was 1 for 3 with an RBI. As Haney fouls that one back. That's Jaden's 34th run batted in the season. Got that back in the second inning. Grounded to short and struck out in his other 2 appearances. So here's Luke Haney, 0-1 on Luke out of Oak Ridge High School. Takes that one, it is ball 1. Still a little bit too low. Haney at 113 on the season. Chops it down to third. That is a foul ball. Nice play over there by Elijah White. Throws it to first anyway. Haney with 1 home run and 7 runs batted in. Foul ball makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think J-Dog, the thing that gets J-Dog is she looks out at the field and goes, I could plant petunias over there, daffodils over there. I put my chard over there, do some broccoli over here. That's what she's doing, is she's looking at this as a giant growing area. And you just can't do that. This real estate is dedicated toward baseball, J-Dog. You can't have it. Hit well out to right center. Moving on the run is Chase Christensen. And he makes a diving try and he doesn't get it all the way to the fence. Here's Haney rounding second. He's going to turn for third. He will get there standing up. It's a triple for Luke Haney starting in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tremendous try by Christensen in right center field, but Haney really nailed that one. And he is at third with nobody out with the 6th hit for the Beavers. And Lance Sabaki is the hitter. He has been hit by a pitch. He has walked and he has singled. He has scored 2 runs on the day, so Lance has been very busy. He now has 36 runs scored on the year, and he's got a runner down to third base to try to pick up his 24th RBI. As Haney's showing a lot of power on that one. He took some of Johnson's speed on the fastball and turned it around on him. That one's fouled out of play. 0-1. Went down near the bullpen area. Jackson Nichols on deck for the Beavers. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hawks scored 3 in the second, 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Beavers with 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the fourth. They've got Haney at third base. Breaking ball's hit sharply out to second. That'll score the run. It's going to be booted at second base, and everybody is safe. So it's an error. Sabaki will get an RBI because the run was going to score anyway. And scoring is scoring is Haney. First error of the game for the Hawks. Both teams kind of played a little sloppy on Tuesday. That's the first error for the Hawks here on Thursday. And here's Jackson Nichols, who was singled, walked, and walked. He's been on base 3 times and has an RBI on the day. High and inside, Jackson gets away from it. 1 ball and no strikes. Nichols picked up his 22nd run batted in the season with a bases loaded walk back in the 2nd inning. Singled in the first and walked again in the 4th. Sabatke at first, nobody out here. Beavers have scored a run. Nichols watches the off-speed pitch, miss outside, 2-0. Short lead by Sabatke over at first. Nichols pops that one up right side. Luna looks at it, decides, I'm going to let it go. Two and one on Jackson. Ryland Pope on deck. Johnson delivers. Outside. 3-1. Nobody warming up right now for the Hawks in the pen. Lockhart started, went an inning and 2/3. Then Jacob Schreiber came in, was impressive in 3 1/3 innings, 2 hits and a run. And Johnson, fastball's high, ball 4. So Nichols with his 4th straight time on base, his 3rd straight walk. And runners at first and second, still nobody out here in the 6th inning, and Ryland Pope will be the hitter. He singled in a run, then he struck out, then he flied to center. Actually, more of a line drive to center. Cantor's going to go out and talk to his pitcher, and they're going to bring in the entire infield and maybe talking about what happens if they square the bunt, things of that nature. Maybe just to settle down the right-hander Daryl Johnson, who went 1-2-3 in his first inning pitch back in the fifth, and he gave up the triple to Haney. Sabaki reached on an error, scoring Haney, then a walk to Nichols. And that has been our bottom of the sixth so far for the Beavers. As we conclude another ARC baseball season, we conclude another ARC sports season. Started off way back at the end of August doing soccer and water polo and volleyball, football, basketball, men's and women's, of course, softball, baseball. I think there's another sport in there somewhere. I always forget. But it's been a blast. Been a blast. All 3 years have been a blast. Pope swings and fouls it back to the screen. That was coming right to me, Riley. I would not have made the play. I know myself well enough to know I would not have made the play. 0-1 on Ryland Pope. 298 on the season. 1 for 3 today. Outside with the fastball from Johnson. Evens it up at 1-1. A little stirring going down in the bullpen now for the Hawks. Nobody out in the sixth. That's inside, gets away. Runners will advance, and it's now 3-1. Or excuse me, 2-1. 2-1 on Ryland Pope. Wild pitch charge to Johnson on that, allowing Sabaki to go to third, Nichols to go to second. Still nobody out here in the sixth. Chopper right side. Guzman trying to make the play. It's in the right field. The base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run. The throw to the plate by Rattler is not going to be in time. It's a 2-run single for Ryland Pope, and all of a sudden it's a 12-7 ball game in favor of the Hawks. A seeing eye single that Rattler came up. Rattler came up and threw it to the plate. Just barely missed getting Jackson Nichols. Pope picks up 2 more runs batted in. The Beavers have scored 3 times here in the inning. Still nobody out, and Ken Bullock, who has struck out twice and had an RBI single, will be the hitter. Pope's 3 runs batted in today gives him 25 for the season. Bullock swings, takes a ball. One ball and no strikes on Ken Bullock. Struck out in the first and the third, then delivered the RBI single in the fourth. Takes it again, ball. 2-0. Ramon Esparza is next. Beavers have scored 3 times here in the inning. A walk, an error, and a couple of base hits. Chopper foul down the third base line. Doug Jubilee. Whoa, what? That would have been the play of the season if he made that one. He did not. He did not make the play, J-Dog. Two balls, 1 strike on Ken Bullock, the right fielder, coming in at 3-11 on the season. Takes that one. Call strike, 2-2. Looked a little high from up here, but then again, I'm up here. So it's 2-2. Bullock's RBI, his 14th of the season, back in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Great off-speed pitch from Johnson for the strikeout. Right-hander in the bullpen is William Reed, the freshman warming up for the Hawks, but Johnson gets the strikeout. Now he faces Esparza, who has been hit by a pitch. He's walked, and he's been retired on a great play by Marua at shortstop. So he's 0 for 1. Lines that one. Guzman pulls it down, throws to first, not in time. 6'4" second baseman, that's the advantage there. as he makes the play. Good job by Pope to stay close to first base. 2 outs quickly here, and Grant Fletcher's the hitter. Fletcher's walked twice and flied to right. So 2 outs. Still over at first base is Ryland Pope. Fletcher fouls that one out of play on the fastball, 0-1. David Henry scheduled next for the Beavers. Fletcher hitting 8th. Henry 9th in the lineup for Coach Jumale. Again, check out of the dugout. We had a little interview with the coach before today's action. Good talk. Hit high up in the air to left field. Going back is Nunez. He has room, and he makes the catch. So the Beavers score 3 times in the 6th. We'll go to the 7th. Beavers trail at 12-7.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the 7th inning, 12-7 Hawks. New pitcher for the Beavers, the left-hander Aiden Liu, making his 15th appearance. He's 0-2, 17 in the 3rd innings. Struck out 16 and walked 11. He'll face Angelo Nunez, the left fielder, then Elijah White and Chase Christensen. 8-9-1 for the Hawks, who have 16 hits on the day in compiling their 12 runs. Garrienti started, went 2 1/3 innings. Then King Clive 2 2/3, and Hanson pitched the 6th. So here's Nunez, who was doubled and singled and grounded out. He takes that one for a strike. Angelo, 261 coming in. Doubled in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 5th. Takes the fastball, takes it for a strike, 0-2. Off speed in the fastball for Aiden Liu as he is ahead 0-2, making his 15th appearance of the season. Freshman left-hander. Misses with that big rainbow breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nunez. We're in the top of the 7th inning from Beaver Field. Mark the Phantom Low, Riley the engineer, Stones McCoy the boss, J-Dog eating her salad with giant cucumbers and broccoli and, frankly, some stuff I don't want to look at. I think celery in there, too. What else is in there, J-Dog? Yellow squash and zucchini. If you have 2 different words, isn't squash zucchini? I mean, come on. If you're calling it 2 different things, I don't want to talk about it. Fastball just misses inside. Carrots, I got to put the carrots in there, too. Now she's moved on to her coconut snack that she has in her bento box. of toolbox of lunch, her lunch toolbox. Oh, you brought 3 treats today. Wow. You're really living off the hog. Breaking ball. Call strike 3. Nunez was already a third of the way down the line, and I kind of thought he was right. But he is called out on strikes for Lou's first out of the game, and here's Elijah White. It was a 2-run single, a sacrifice fly, and a sacrifice squeeze bunt, so he's 1 for 1. He scored a run, and he's driven in 4, giving him 18 on the season. The third baseman batting in the number 9 spot. Picked up his 27th run scored as well. It's that one out towards second base. Handled by the Beavers. That is thrown away at first base. So that, I believe, is Haney playing at second base. Looked like handled it well. The throw got by. Actually, that's Haney over at first base. And that is Lance Sabatke at second base. So the error charged to Lance Sabatke. White ends up at second base with 1 out, and Chase Christensen, the hitter. Breaking balls inside to the leadoff man, who has struck out. RBI single in the second, then a fly out in the third, and a fly out in the fifth for Chase out of Rio Americano High School. Hitting at .290 on the year. Fastball misses, 2-0. Braden Marua, the on-deck batter. Number 2 hitter for the Hawks in the order. And then Noah Cantor. 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled into the glove of Grant Fletcher, so it's 2-1. Wide at second, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th inning from Beaver Field. Last home game of the season, next to last game of the season for the Beavers, as they will visit Consumnes tomorrow. High fly ball hit well to left field. Pope giving ground, going to still go back. He's got room, reaches up at the fence. I think we're going to have an interference call at second base. The ball was caught, but it's okay. I confess I don't know what happened. He caught the ball in left field, and the umpire made a call. Maybe it was prior to the pitch being delivered, and going to third is White. So there was some interference, I believe. That breaking ball is in there for a strike. So I did not see him call time or anything before the ball was in the air, and it seemed like he yelled it when the ball was in the air, as Christensen almost hit it out of here. So that's something that's going to be a mystery. So maybe after the game when I chat with my friend the umpire in the parking lot. Fastball inside, ball 3. Christensen thought maybe it's ball 4. Maybe they called the ball on that play. Maybe but it wasn't. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Chase Christensen. Breaking balls hit high up in the air to left field. We've already done this. This one might be deeper, and it might be gone. Chase Christensen, a 2-run home run, and the Hawks are on top 14-7. His 3rd home run of the season. Whatever happened was to his benefit, and he will skip along and cross home plate with the 14th run of the game for the Hawks. And Braden Marua will be the hitter. Marua out of Oakmont High School has doubled, singled, and singled again. He is 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Elijah White scoring ahead of that home run. And that pitch is in there for a strike. So Christensen said, you know something? You're going to give me another chance. I'm going to put about 20 more feet on that ball, and it's a pretty good formula for the center fielder to hit his third home run of the season. He has 3 runs batted in this one today, giving him 25 now. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Marua, who has 4 home runs on the season of his own. Came in at .333 and is 3 for 4 today. Sharply hit out to second base. Sabaki hangs with it and then falls down and can't make the play. I'm going to have to call that an error at second base. Marua will reach the base, and here's Noah Cantor, the hitter. Hard hit ground ball, but Sabaki gloved it and then couldn't get his footing. So Cantor is singled in a run, but he's also lined out, struck out, and grounded out. 1 for 4, a .362 hitter with 15 home runs, including 1 on Tuesday. Outfield straight away and very deep for Cantor. Breaking ball is in there for a strike, 0-1. Alan Guzman, the second baseman, on deck. Cantor, the number 3 hitter in the Hawks order with that .362 average. He's also scored a run today. Hits a grounder slowly out towards shortstop to second. No, they can't hold the ball. Guzman drops the ball, and it's another error for the Beavers infield. And Cantor will be at first base. Marua at second. So Beavers with 3 infield errors here in the 7th inning behind Aiden Liu. The Hawks mixed in a 2-run home run. And here's Alan Guzman. Single, a double, and a fly out, and a ground out for Allen, so he is 2 for 4, comes in at .339. There's a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch. Chopped out to left to second base. That is knocked down. Nice play by Sabaki over to first. He'll get him at first base. Runners will move up. Sabaki kept that from being a base hit for Guzman. He is retired for the second out of the inning. Runners now at second and third, and Angelo Luna will be the hitter. He's only had 4 hits and 4 tries with 3 RBIs, or 3 runs scored and 1 run batted in. So Angelo having a day for himself. Came in at .266. Now has 16 runs batted in and 14 runs scored. He's up here with 2 on and 2 out. Swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch from Aiden Liu. Luna takes down low for a ball. 1 ball and a 1 strike. Ben Pernetti in the on-deck circle, but it's all about Angelo Luna. Doubled and scored in the second, singled and scored in the third, doubled in a run in the fourth, and then doubled and scored in the 6th. Misses with the breaking ball outside does Aiden Liu. 2 balls and 1 strike. Left-hander against left-hander here. We're in the top of inning number 7 from Beaver Field. Big 8 conference action last week of the season. Big chopper out to Sabaki. He's got the big hop. He's going to go to first for the out. So 2-run score on the Christensen home run. We go to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the Hawks 14, the Beavers 7.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. David Henry will start us off in the bottom of the 7th against the right-hander Darrell Johnson in for his second inning of work. Make that third inning of work. Fastball swung on and missed. Henry is flied out twice and grounded to third. Check swing, and that's too high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson came on in the 5th inning and then went 1-2-3 and then gave up 3 runs in the 6th inning, so he is pitching in his 3rd inning. Lockhart started, then Schreiber, and now Johnson. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. It's 1-2 on David Henry. Inside in the dirt, 2-2. Beavers have scored once in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 4th, and 3 in the 6th, but the Hawks have scored in every inning but the first, including 3 in the second and 5 in the 3rd, and they lead this one 14-7. Henry, Sabatke, and Haney. Bryce Sabatke. Bryce has flied to right and struck out 3 times, so he is 0 for 4 in this one. Luke Haney will follow him. Bryce hitting at .292 on the season. Johnson works out of the stretch. Off-speed pitch finds the strike zone, 0-1. A little bit of an overcast afternoon here at Beaver Field as we conclude the home season of the ARC Beavers. Baseball team and sporting year. Fouled out of play by Sabatke. I think we got to send congratulations to the women's tennis team here, the state champions, for the 3rd time in a row. Back to back to back. I believe I got that right. So, tip of the cap to that team. Always outstanding on campus here. Sails high. Does Johnson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also, as we said, co-champions of the Big 8 Conference, the American River College Beavers softball team. One and 2 with 1 out here in the 7th. Smashed out to right field. Coming on is Rattler. Still coming on. Diving try. Can't make the play. It's a base hit for Sabatke. Excellent try out there by Radler in right field, but Zabaki has his first hit of the day. Hit number 8 for the Beavers, and will bring up Luke Haney, who spanked a triple to right center field his first time up, batting for Reynolds back in the 6th, and later scored. So Luke is 1 for 1, and a run scored. Christensen playing a little bit more over toward right center field for Haney this time. And his inside backs him off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes on Luke. 1 home run and 7 runs batted in for Luke Haney out of Oak Ridge High School. Freshman infielder. Takes that one outside for a ball. Inside and outside with the off-speed pitches from Johnson. 2-0 on Luke. Haney swings, got a pitch I think he wanted, and didn't do what he wanted with it, and it goes all the way back to the backstop. Might have grazed off of Noah Cantor as well, as the umpire's going to take a long walk out toward Darrell Johnson and hand the ball to him. Give the catcher a chance to collect himself, as it were. 2-1 on Luke Haney. Sabatke at first with 1 out here in the 7th. Outside with a fastball, knocked down by Cantor, 3-1. There you go, Riley. There's a nice, I think that's a Pittsburgh Pirate hat. You think so? It's got the colors of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know if it's a Pirate hat, though, but I like it. The Reds hat is gone, so that's my only connection to Major League Baseball right now with the hats. 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. That'll move Zabaki to second. Haney's on for the second time in as many plate appearances, and Lance Zabaki will be the hitter. Lance has a single. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked, and he's reached on an error. Nope, actually that's Jack Williamson going to bat for Lance. So Williamson comes on. Zabaki with 2 runs scored and a run driven in. He was 1 for 2. So here is Williamson, right-handed hitting infielder, will bat for Sabatke here in the 7th with runners at first and second and 1 out. First pitch is down low. Williamson at 0.97 on the season and 3 runs batted in. Hits it right sharp up the middle, right to the second baseman. Flips to second for 1, over to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and the Hawks are out of the 7th. We go to the 8th. Beavers trail at 14-7.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of inning number 8. Aiden Liu back on the mound for the Beavers. He'll face, or scheduled to face, Ben Pernetti, then Jimmy Radler and Angelo Nunez. The first 3 hitters for the Hawks, who have compiled 17 hits and 14 runs on the way to a 14-7 lead here in the 8th inning. Pernetti with a couple strikeouts, a sacrifice fly, and a ground out. He has 2 runs batted in on the day, 0 for 3 for the left-handed inning DH, who also has a 10-2 record on the mound for the Hawks this year, and he takes the breaking ball in there for a strike. Looks like Cameron Johnson might have taken over at first base for the Beavers. Talon Hollowell has taken over in center field. Cameron Johnson at first base. Another breaking ball. This one stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Ben Pernetti, opening up the 8th inning here. Last game of the regular season at home here for the Beavers of the school year, as it were. Check swing, that's in there for a strike. 2024-2025 sports calendar. I think that's how we say it. That's how Riley wanted me to say it. So that's the way I will do it. Jimmy Radler on deck. Outside for a ball. Three balls, 2 strikes, opening up the 8th inning. Pernetti against Aiden Liu. Swing and it fouled off all the way back to the backstop, and we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one is high, ball 4. So Pernetti gets the base on balls, who go down to first base with nobody out here in the 8th, and Jimmy Radler will be the hitter. He singled twice, doubled, and flied to right, has the right fielder out of Granite Bay High School. Got a pinch runner over at first base. Looks like Curtis Higgins is going to run at first base for Pernetti. So it's Radler with Haggins on first base. Check swing. It's in there for a strike from Aiden Liu. 0-1 on Radler. That is inside for a ball. Line drive center field, moving over as Hollowell. He'll get it on 1 hop and return it in. It's a base hit for Radler, his 4th hit of the day. And with nobody out and runners at first and second, Angelo Nunez scheduled to be the next hitter. I think we might. He's taking his time getting up here, which is certainly his prerogative. The left fielder, who's got a double and a single, he's 2 for 4 today. Hit number 18 for the Hawks. Breaking ball finds the strike zone, 0-1. Elijah White scheduled next in the on-deck circle for the Hawks, who lead this one 14-7. They won on Tuesday 17-6. Another breaking ball, another strike. Beautiful pitch by Aiden Liu. 0-2 now. Hawks had 17 hits on Tuesday. They have 18 so far today, as they attempt to bring that record up to 500 in conference play before playoffs begin. 0-2 is in the dirt. They would be 11-12 with a win today and a game tomorrow at home against these same Beavers. Beavers, meanwhile, would fall to 7-16. Nunez 261 coming in before going 2 for 4 so far today. Breaking balls hit sharply down the line, off the glove at third base and into foul territory. Stopping at third is Haggins, the pinch runner, and it's a base hit for Nunez, his third hit of the day. It loads the bases with nobody out and brings up Elijah White. Going to check on Sabaki, and first of all, I'm going to make sure that's still Sabaki at third base because we've had so many subs. Cameron Johnson at first, I think that's Jack Williamson at second. David Henry is now playing short, I believe. And Sabatke at third. So the bases are loaded. Elijah White, who has singled in 2 runs at a sacrifice fly, had a squeeze play that was successful to drive in a run and reached on an error. He scored 2 runs as well. Fouls that one back, a fastball from Maiden Lou. 0-1. That's Luke Haney down at third. So Johnson, Williamson, and Haney in the infield. And I think David Henry at shortstop. Breaking balls high. Hollowell's in center field. Bullock is still in right field. And Ryland Pope, I believe, in left field. Trying to keep up to date here as Elijah White has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Breaking ball finds the strike zone, 1-2. Dropped that one right in there, did Aiden Lou. Chase Christensen on deck. Outfield straightaway and deep for Elijah White. Swings and fouls it off. Somehow goes forward out of the glove. I think his bat might have kicked it out of the glove of Grant Fletcher behind the plate. And Aiden Lou's going to get rid of that ball. We'll bring in a new one and try it again. Once again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. White fouls it off, this time down the right field line. Out of Alpha Charter High School in Alberta, California, Mr. Elijah White. Now with 18 runs batted in after today and 28 runs scored. Foul ball toward the dugout. Bounces out and recovered by Luke Haney, so we'll do it again at 1-2. Umpire says, get rid of that ball. We don't want it. We can splurge for a new one. Still nobody out here in the 8th inning. Haggins, Radler, and Nunez on the bases. Line drive, but it's going to be foul down the left field line. Took the inside breaking ball and turned on it a little too quickly. Two teams meet tomorrow, 2 p.m. first pitch from Consumnes River. I believe you can check out video of that one as well. We will not be there. Misses outside with the fastball. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. that 3-2 as the breaking ball stays high on White. He's driven in a run with the base hit, with the sacrifice fly, and with the bunt. So maybe he gets a walk, drives in a run that way. Is that the RBI cycle? I don't know. I think I might have just invented that. And there is the base on balls. Scoring is Haggins, the pinch runner. White picks up his 5th run batted into the game. It's 15-7 for the Hawks, and we go to the top of the order and Chase Christensen, who has struck out an RBI single, flied to right, flied to center, and then hit a 2-run home run. He first flied out to left field, but then the pitch was somehow declared invalid or something. We still haven't really figured that out yet. And then came back a couple pitches later and hit it about 20 feet further. To his credit, he discovered what was wrong and he fixed it. And he had his 3rd home run of the season. So he's driven in 3. Takes the first pitch, a strike, a fastball from Aiden Liu, 0-1. So the Hawks have scored in every inning except the first here. And they lead at 15-7. Still nobody out here in the 8th. Breaking balls popped out of play behind us, so it's 0-2. Just came across my desk here, Riley. Special guest in the 9th inning, Stones McCoy himself on the broadcast. I know you're excited. You don't hear him talk enough. I certainly do, but lifted out toward right field. Catch is made by Bulock, but a run will score from third. Throw comes into second base. Everybody advances. Radler scores. It's an RBI for Christensen. The sacrifice fly is out to right field. 1 out. 2 runs in now. 16-7 for the Hawks. Then Braden Maruo will be the hitter, the shortstop. Nunez moves to third. White moves into second. As that one a little bit deeper in right field than it looked at initially. Maruo has 3 hits and has reached on an error. Outside for a ball. Singles in the first. He doubled in the third. He singled in the 5th. He scored once. He's driven in 1. Reached on an error in the 7th. And popped out in the 4th. Fouls that one at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Maruo, with Noah Cantor scheduled next for the Hawks, who lead this one 16-7. Crowd hanging around for this one. It's the last home game of the season. Breaking ball high. 2-1. As I say that, lady in front of us packs up to go. But she did say see you tomorrow, so that means she's going to be back. She'll probably go down to Consumnes and check that one out. Final game of the season. Good fan right there. Fastball, beautiful pitch in there for a strike. Maruo is mad at himself. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two coming up. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. He got the strikeout. 2 outs here in the 8th inning, and Noah Cantor, the catcher, will be the hitter. Noah came in 362 with 15 home runs to us, have an RBI single back in the 3rd inning and scored a run, but otherwise a line out, a ground out, a strikeout, and reached on an error. So he's 1 for 5. Aiden Liu's 2nd inning of work here today for the Beavers. Cantor fouls that one off speed pitch, had him off balance, it looked like a little bit, so it's 0-1. Nunez at third. White is out at second base. Cantor fouls that one down the third base line. So it's quickly 0-2 on Noah Cantor. catcher out of Elk Grove High School down in Elk Grove, California. Aiden Liu, the fourth pitcher. Garrienti started, then Clive, then Hansen, then Liu. So 4 pitchers for the Beavers today, 3 for the Hawks. Swing and fouled in the catcher's glove for the strikeout. So 2 runs in the inning for the Hawks. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. Hawks on top, 16-7.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of inning number 8, a new pitcher for the Hawks is going to be number 9, William Reed, making his 9th appearance. He is no wins, no losses, does have a save, 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, 10 walks, 4.70 ERA. Guadalupe Gonzalez has taken over at first base. Ryan Duchesne is in at second base for the Hawks, replacing Guzman and Luna. And Jackson Nichols will start us off. He has a single and 3 walks so far, so he's been on base all 4 times. He's driven in a run, and he has scored a run. Reed, the 4th pitcher for the Hawks, and he throws one by Jackson Nichols to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nichols check swing, and he went around, according to the home plate umpire, who has final authority on matters such as that. So I'm going to take his word for it. 1-2 on Jackson, freshman out of Valley Christian. 329 on the year with 22 runs batted in, 17 runs scored. Hits that one high up in the air to short left center field. Here comes the center fielder, reaches up, can't make the play. Nichols kept on going. He'll get into second base head first with a double. So Jackson is on for the 5th time. I think that's still Christensen in center field. Had to come a long way on that one. Donnie Supot's going to be the hitter. So Donnie will bat for Rylan Pope, who had a couple of hits and drove in 3 runs for the Beavers today. 2 for 4 with 3 RBI, but he's going to be, Donnie Supot will be the hitter, the freshman. We're in number 22. Donnie 0 for 8 on the season at the plate. He's also done some pitching for Coach Jumelet. He takes outside from William Reed, freshman pitcher. That is also outside. 2-0. William Reed, a freshman out of Alpha Charter. Same place from Elijah White. So Alpha Charter sending 2 to the Hawks. And Reed out on the mound here with a 2-ball, no-strike count on the pinch hitter, Donnie Supat. Ball 3. Looks like Drew Hansen on deck to bat for Bulock. Three balls and no strikes to Supat. That is right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Hit it sharply, but hit it foul down the left field line. Turned on a fastball, did Donnie. Looking for that first hit, and he fouls it off, so it's a full count on Donnie with Nichols out at second base. (16-7) count for the Hawks. They lead it. 3-2 coming up to Supat. Lines it to right field. That's a base hit. Let's see if they send Nichols around third. The throw's going to come through, but they're going to hold Nichols. Strong throw from right field from Radler. Nichols stays at third. It's a base hit for Donnie Supat, his first of the season. So kudos for that, and it'll be Drew Hansen, the batter. So Drew Hansen's the hitter, hitting at 118 with an RBI and 2 runs scored on the year. The freshman comes up here with runners at first and third and nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. So here's Hansen. Cameron Johnson out on deck when he came in. He's batting in Rona Esparza's spot. That's ball. Good looking pitch from Reno. Get a strike, 0-1. Throw over to first base, and back is Supat. A double and a single here in the 8th inning for the Beavers. They now have 10 hits on the day. Chopper foul by Hansen. 0-2 quickly on Drew with Cameron Johnson to follow. Again, Bulock was 1 for 4 with an RBI while he was in there. That is his 14th run batting of the season. And now it's Drew Hansen. Swings and misses. Hansen down on strikes. Reed gets his first strikeout, his first out recorded, and that'll bring up Cameron Johnson. Came on in the 7th inning, took over at first base. And David Henry went from center field to shortstop, and Esparza came out. So, in effect, Cameron came on in Esparza's spot. Cameron 4 for 14 on the season with a home run and 3 runs batted in, hitting .286. Just his 19th appearance here. The big first baseman with 1 out and 2 on. Big breaking ball stays high. Cantor behind the plate, looking around. 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson hits it sharply down the third base line and foul. Just barely missed Donnie Supat down there. Excuse me, Jackson Nichols down there. Supat's over at first, so it wouldn't have missed him. It's like Sammy Garcia is on deck to hit in Grant Fletcher's spot. Johnson chops that one foul again. That one toward the dugout area. So 1-2 on Cameron Johnson. Nichols at third, Supont at first, but now 1 out on the inning. Johnson swings and misses, so Reed comes back with 2 strikeouts after 2 reach base, and it'll be up to Sammy Garcia taking over for Grant Fletcher behind the plate. Sammy at 250, 2 for 8 on the season, looking for his first RBI. So Garcia making his first appearance as Reed allows the double and the single, then strikes out Hanson, strikes out Johnson. And Garcia trying to put a run up on the board here for the Beavers. Garcia swings and fouls it at the plate. Might have gone off Cantor. Nichols at third, Supont at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swinging and a miss on an off-speed pitch. 1-2 on Sammy Garcia, bottom of the 8th inning here from Beaver Field. Swing and a miss. Reed comes in with 3 straight strikeouts after allowing 2 runners. We go to the 9th inning, and the Hawks still on top, 16-7.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Welcome back. Top of the 9th inning. Beavers trailing this one 16-7. Riley Stevens will be on to be the 5th pitcher for the Beavers. He is a freshman. This is his 4th appearance, 2 1/3 innings. He has walked 6 and struck out 4, and he will be facing Ryan DeShane. And then your guess is as good as mine from the Hawks as we start the top of the 9th, and we welcome in the patriarch of the Stones Broadcast Networks, Mr. Stones McCoy. Stones, welcome. And you're standing behind me, so I have no idea what if you're going to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. No, I am standing behind you. It's only because the great Riley, the engineer, is in my seat, and I'm not going to ask him to get up today.
I understand. Ryan DeChain is going to be the first hitter, his first at-bat of the game, coming on for Alan Guzman back in the 7th inning at second base, and he takes the first pitch from Riley Stevens, and it's a ball, 1-0. And Stones, I know this our 4th baseball season, not the way you planned on ending it with a game like this. You thought we'd grab a W on this one, huh?
Oh, yeah. I came into this game with all the good expectations. I thought we were getting a W. I thought we were going to slide right into the playoffs. And now I come to find out we're going to be we're fighting tomorrow for that game. We got to get that W tomorrow.
Okay. All right. I know there's they expand the baseball playoffs are kind of bigger than some of the other sports. And so I know that I think they go to 24. I'm not sure. But there's still spots to be grabbed, and the Beavers can come out with one good performance tomorrow. They can still grab that. And Consumnes, of course, as we said, wants to get to 500 and lead play themselves. There's a chopper out toward shortstop. Henry almost falls down, gets it, guns it across the diamond, and he's safe at first base. So Deshane beats it out for his first hit of the day and his first at bat. He's at first base, and it is 32. That is Guadalupe Gonzalez, who came on for Luna. Luna had himself quite a day. He was 4 for 5, and he scored 3 runs and drove in 1. So Guadalupe Gonzalez is at first base. That pitch is outside, bounces away, and the chain will go down to second base. So 4 hits for Luna in 5 appearances, as the 266 hitter will raise that average in preparation for tomorrow's season ender at Consumnes. And now Gonzalez is going to have to go back. Stones, we've had a couple of plays in this game that I don't know what's going on. I'm still trying to figure out what happened in a couple innings ago on that fly ball to left field.
I can clear that up for you. I actually finally got clarification
well,
on that.
Well done, sir. What do you got for me?
There was a balk called
in that
inning, and that stopped that pitch. So that pitch did not count, and that's why that out did not count.
Okay, I had surmised that or kind of thought about it, but there was just too much going on, and Christensen took advantage of it by hitting a 2-run home run a couple pitches later. And Stevens delivers that one outside to Gonzalez.
And what you just saw was there was something wrong with the helmet of the batter, so he had to go back and get a different helmet.
That happens occasionally. Guadalupe out of Franklin High School. Big baseball school. He takes that one high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Whenever they have a break in the action, Riley, and somebody has to go back to the dugout, I lose all, and then you put up a number later, and it's 3-0, and it's just the last game. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Line drive foul down the first base line. I think it all happened when there was a foul ball in the first inning, and it came back and snapped the cable of the camera, and everything went crazy. And since then, we haven't been able to get back on the right foot.
I think I need to post that image on the socials for Stones Broadcast Networks, because that was a great image that we received.
Yes, you have to do that. I don't know how you do it, but you have to do it, because that was it looked like it was frozen in time or something, like it was a caveman play. Outside for a ball, and Gonzalez to take the base on balls. He'll go down to first base. First and second, nobody out. And Curtis Haggins will be the hitter. He came on to run for Ben Pernetti back in the 8th inning. Number 5. Curtis out of James Logan High School. That's down in Union City, California. And he takes that one for a strike. 0-1. The Stones were, like I said, we're the end of the 4th season of baseball, 3rd season of doing American River College sports, and it's been a wild ride.
It has been an absolute blast, and I mean, I'd like this game to turn out better, but I'm glad we're ending kind of where we started with baseball. And unfortunately, it's kind of a tough day for me. It's a little gloomy outside, and I'm a little concerned because as of right now, this is our last broadcast at American River College.
For Stones Broadcast Networks?
Yes, for Stones Broadcast Networks.
Okay, all right. Well,
it's a bittersweet day. It's not something that we aren't still trying to work out all the details to maybe possibly come back. But as of right now, it is official that we will not be back for the 25-26 season unless things change. So I'm really hoping that anybody listening, feel free to shoot emails over to American River College. Tell them you really want the broadcast back.
Well, that was a hit batter, which has kind of punctuated what you just said. I don't know how it happened, but it kind of punctuated. You just said we really are appreciative of all the support we've gotten here over the past 3 years. It's been fantastic. All the people we've met, even J-Dog.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
J-Dog's been a huge bump this year.
Coaches, players, administrators, students, even Matt Pearson. I mean, it's been fantastic. And, if there's a way to come back next year, we would love to do so. Sometimes a show gets dropped by NBC and ABC picks it up.
Absolutely.
You never know. I don't know what that even means.
You bet.
But we've got Donovan Coleman is going to be our pinch hitter here for Jimmy Radler. Coleman making his first appearance. Radler had 4 hits in 5 appearances. And that one is too high for a ball. He also scored 4 times and drove in 2 runs. So Jimmy Rattler had quite the day for the Hawks. So a bittersweet day. Final scheduled broadcast here, final broadcast of the season for us. We were kind of hoping that we might get a softball playoff game, but it doesn't look likely that that's going to happen. So we will be saying goodbye at the end of this game, and that's why we brought Stones on. I mean, he doesn't add anything to the broadcast, certainly, but he just wanted, officially from the administrative capacity to say that's it.
I wanted to take an opportunity, to thank all the people that have helped to get us here, and obviously the most important and the main reason why we are here at American River College, Dr. Stephen Robertson.
Steve, yeah.
So, Dr. Stephen, we definitely want to tell you that we appreciate and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for having us out here and getting us to where we are today. And there's so many more people that we got to thank.
You got to say something to Tim.
Yep.
Tim, the super almost boss.
Yep. Tim and Heather.
The assistant boss. Heather.
Lisa and Coach O and Lou and.
See, you know all their names. I don't know their names.
Yeah, Carrie and Heather.
Now you're just saying names.
How many more do I have to come through
you
here?
Can't say Heather more times than not.
So,
Coleman gets the base on balls, gets himself an RBI. Scoring is Deshane. Base is still loaded. And that will bring up Angelo Nunez as we're going to get a meeting at the mound. So, Stones, let's take just a minute here to talk about, I don't know, what do you want to talk about, Stones?
Well, there's all kind. Like I said, we had so many people to thank. We want to thank all of our sponsors. I mean, we've had a tremendous amount of sponsorship throughout the years that we've been here. So, thank you to everybody, people like Grateful Bread, Super Taco, new ones that we got in the last couple of years, the Blicken Potters, Taylor Builders.
Ace Hardware.
We have Ace Hardware that came in this year for the softball team specifically. We want to thank them.
Well, problem with that is Riley always cuts their commercial out before they give the address.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He always goes, let's go out there and where are you located? Oh, I'm sorry, time to go to the game.
Super Taco. I mean, those places, they've meant a lot to us, and we really appreciate that.
Angelo Nunez is the hitter, and he takes high for a ball. That is absolutely true. Mr. Stones McCoy, you said it very well there, sir.
Oh, and Ace Body and Towing. Let me not forget them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was testing you.
Oh, and U.S. Rents.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man, what are you, a rookie? Are you breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1.
And then all the fans. I mean, we've gotten over the 3+ years we've been here, we've had a lot of fans come up to us, talk to us directly,
Incredible.
Send us messages. We're super thrilled to have been able to provide you the ability to watch your sons, grandsons, granddaughters, nieces, nephews. I'm glad we've been able to do that, and with the input that we've gotten from the people who watch, it just makes it that much more special.
Right, except for you keep most of that from me because you don't want to shield me. But it's the 3 Fs. It's family.
Yep.
It's friends, and it's fans. That's what we do it for right there. That is high for a ball.
The Stones Broadcasting, we're not going away. We won't be here as of right now, but we aren't going away. You always follow us, for every summer from here on out. We're doing the Lincoln Potters baseball, and we're going to add another broadcast of NorCal Peloteros to the summer broadcast. So we will still be broadcasting sports, but I just want to make sure that if we aren't able to come back, that we say thank you to everybody here.
Too many people to say it to.
It's been an absolute blast. I've loved coming to work for the last 3+ years. I know you have as well, and it's been great that I've been able to bring my son on, and it's just been a tremendous thing.
And all the new sports we got to. All the new sports, I mean, volleyball, water polo, soccer. I mean, that's been insane. And all those coaches of the sports that I'm speaking for myself because it's obvious I don't know what I'm talking about. They've been so kind and so generous.
Yes.
Coach Loudon on the volleyball and Heather at water polo. It just, everybody has been so understanding and so patient and just, positive.
Yes.
It's been great. It's been great to hang around and get excited by some new sports. Volleyball, water polo, just a lot of fun to check out.
Well, and people
strike on Elijah White. Just wanted to mention we've got a second run scored in the inning. It is now 18-7, and Elijah White is up here. He has singled, sacrificed, reached on an air and walked. Hits it out toward right field. As Hansen out there making the catch, we're going to get a sacrifice fly and move runners from second to third. So Hankins will score. It's another RBI for White. That is his 6th, I believe, of the game. Moving Coleman over to third. Nunes stays at first base. Third run of the inning scores. It makes it 19-7. And Daniel Melendez is hitting in the Christensen spot. So Daniel Melendez making his first appearance. Chase Christensen with 4 runs batted in, including a home run. So Melendez, freshman outfielder, taking over. Swings and misses at the first one.
And then we have a couple other people. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, the relationship that we've formed with Jamil Pugh at
love
XTG
Jamil.
Media has been tremendous, and he's been extremely supportive of our broadcast. So, definitely a big shout out to Jamil and everything that he's doing. And then
XTG Media?
XTG Media,
Yes.
That's correct. And then, just to round out the whole thing, we got to say thank you to Jordan Georgeson.
Sure.
We have to say thank you to Christopher Toy.
Chris Toy.
We got to say thank you. We had we had somebody else fill in for football. Who did we have?
Matthew Bissett.
Matthew Bissett,
Yeah.
Thank you. Matthew Bissett's filled in. You already said Matt Pearson. I'll add him again, because he's always there to help out. So all of those guys, I want to say thank you to.
What about my basketball compatriot?
Oh,
my
I was going to
colleague?
leave him out because he has the same last name as you.
That's a good idea, and we'll do that right now.
Okay.
Very good. 3 balls and 1 strike on Melendez. Looks like Ty Cullum is in the on-deck circle to bat for Marua. That is ball 4. That will load the bases again as Coleman is at third, Nunes at second, and now Melendez at first, and here's Ty Cullum. The freshman will be the new hitter. Marua with 3 hits on the day. Scored a run, drove in a run. And here's Cullum. Out of Laguna Creek High School. Tanner McDonald on deck to bat for Noah Cantor. That one is high and outside.
It's the end of the season for everybody.
Sammy Garcia behind home plate. He didn't say anything about J-Dog's work. She's got a lot of projects she's doing, and she's writing an English paper.
I was referring to you, not J-Dog.
I don't even remember what I was supposed to do, so that's you can't put that on me. It wasn't in my job description. Hit out toward right field. Hansen makes the catch, and the sacrifice fly brings in the 20th run, and it is in the person of Coleman. So Collin will get himself a sacrifice fly and an RBI. So Tanner McDonald will be the hitter, batting for Cantor, who is only 1 for 6 here today with an RBI and a run scored. His 45th RBI, his 47th run scored this season. And Tanner McDonald, the sophomore, will come to the plate. Also out of Elk Grove High School. Runners at first and second. 1-0. Ryan Duchesne, who started the inning in the on-deck circle, so ninth batter here is Tanner McDonald. 4 runs have scored. That is in there for a strike. One and one. Mark the Phantom Low here. Riley the Engineer, Stones McCoy, J-Dog, Matt Pearson, 7-Eleven, Mario. Everybody is here. As we are in the top of inning number 9, 20-7 for the Hawks. 2-1. 17-6 on Tuesday, 20-7 here today. That one just a little bit too high. Riley Stevens on the mound here in the ninth for the Beavers. Foul back to the screen. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Lined into left center field, and Hollowell on the run. He's not going to get there. Bounces up against the fence. Here comes the second run. It's a double for McDonald. 2 runs batted in, and it's a 22-7 ball game. McDonald grabs a couple of RBI. And that'll bring up Ryan DeShane for the second time in the inning. He started us off with a single and later scored. So McDonald delivers the 2-run double in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Beavers have scheduled David Henry, Bryce Sabaki, and Luke Haney. In the bottom of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss for DeShane. Sophomore infielder out of Sheldon High down in Oak Grove, California. Against Riley Stevens here. Takes high for a ball, 2-1. 10th batter of the inning. 6 runs in for the Hawks. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Do it for me, Riley. 2-2. That's my guy. That's my guy. He has to do. You got to keep that spirit.
I love it.
That spunky spirit, the Richard Nixon spirit. You've got to keep it, Riley. Breaking ball in the dirt. McDonald's going to go over to third base on the wild pitch, and it is 3-2 now on DeShane.
I did forget to mention one other sponsor. Let me just get that out of the way
real
quick.
Brother. Get it in.
JRG Construction, too. They've been with us for a few years now, so thank you.
Okay.
Shout out to the owner there, Steve,
for
Steve. JRG. So.
Well, there you go, Steve. Well done, sir. That is ball 4. It's a great block by Garcia behind the plate as DeShane will go down to first base with the base on balls. That will bring up Guadalupe Gonzalez. As we're going to have a meeting at the mound. Let's see if we get a new pitcher here. I think we are. Here it comes from left field, so we'll take a timeout here.
Actually,
we're going to stay here.
Can we just stay here real quick? Because the last thing I need to say, because I'm going to wrap this up in the top of the ninth. I'm not even going to take it to the bottom of the ninth. I got to say this. We wouldn't be here, and everybody listening at home, we would not be here if it wasn't for the gentleman who has brought every single play to you for the 3+ years we've been here at ARC and the 8+ years we've been at American River College, or at Lincoln Potters. I met this gentleman over a decade ago, formed a tremendous friendship with him, and I owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude for everything that he's brought to this company. Mr. Mark the Phantom Lowe, thank you very much for everything that you've done for us.
Jones McCoy.
We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you.
Jones McCoy, you're the man.
So
and
take us to break, buddy.
The only difference is when I gave you a heartfelt speech once at my birthday party, you weren't there.
Yeah, I know.
So at least I'm here for my heartfelt speech.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with a new pitcher right after this.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miller.
And we'd like to invite you to come see all that Miller's Ace Hardware has to offer and to give our happy and helpful staff a chance to earn your business.
Whatever project you're working on, from lawn and garden to home repairs, you'll find everything you need at the new Miller's Ace Hardware. Power tools from the best name brands, and one of the largest selections of barbecues and barbecue accessories featuring brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. And if you're looking to freshen things up, visit the paint studio featuring Clark and Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. Miller's Ace Hardware, where customer and community service meet. Located on the corner of Madison and Fair Oaks, behind the Ferrari building.
New pitcher for the Beavers, the left-hander Quincy Carr, making his 10th appearance, 10 and 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks, 5.91 on the ERA, and he will face Guadalupe Gonzalez, the left-hand hitter, in the dirt, blocked by Garcia. Gonzalez came on for Angelo Luna, who went 4 for 5 on the day and scored 3 times. Grounder down the first baseline, but foul. Past Cameron Johnson. Down the right field line. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Carr to the plate outside with the breaking ball, 2-1. Two outs here in the 9th inning. Popped up, coming right back, maybe to me, I don't know. Great try by Garcia, can't make the play back here by the backstop. It's 2-2 now. Gonzalez came on in the 8th inning and got a he has had a walk so far and scored a run in this game. Sharply hit, base hit right field. Run comes in from third. Gonzalez delivers the RBI single. That will score McDonald. DeShane will go down to second base. And looks like it's going to be Malachi Fuller. Wait a minute. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Picked up. They're going to have no play at first base. That was actually Francisco Castillo. Comes in and gets the infield single. It will load the bases. And Donovan Coleman will be the next hitter. Coleman came on in the inning, got a walk earlier in the inning, scored a run. So Castillo gets a single. That one is on the outside corner for a strike to Coleman. Freshman outfielder. Oh, 1 pitch. Lifted foul down the right field line, out of play, into the flora and fauna area of the J-Dog Memorial Gardens down there. Oh, and 2. Our thanks to Coach Doug Jumelet for his appearance on From the Dugout, or Out of the Dugout, I think is what I called it. Our feature that we just introduced at the last game of the year, bringing one of the Beavers players, coaches, trainers, personnel out of the dugout and have a little chat with him, which was a lot of fun to do with the coach today. Outside and high with the fastball by Carr. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or as Chuck Wooler would say, back in 2 and 2. That one doesn't even resonate with Riley. Neither did Ringo Starr when I did that one, so only Nixon resonates with Riley. Sharply hit, base hit left field. 1 run will score. They're going to hold the other runner at third base. So Deshane scores. It's an RBI single for Coleman. Gonzalez goes to third. Now Castillo is at second. And let's see who got here. This is Nunes' spot. Is number 27. That's Noah Remu. So Remo will be the hitter.
Are we like 16 batters into this inning? What is happening? Yeah, we are. We have a deep pitching staff, but like our guys, they just fold under pressure.
So Remo is the hitter. No, a sophomore outfielder / pitcher. He was kind of warming up in the bullpen earlier today. Takes outside corner for a strike. One and one. Line drive, center field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold him up, station to station. Scoring is Gonzalez. And that'll bring up Elijah White, who's the only, I think, regular still in there, but I think they probably run out of players. They don't have anybody to take his place. Fifteenth batter of the inning coming up unofficially here. And it is Elijah White, who has a couple of sacrifice fly, a squeeze play, a 2-run single, and a pop-up right there. Johnson coming over. Garcia trying to make the dive, can't make the play, and White is still alive. White has singled in 2 runs, hit a sacrifice fly, squeezed in a run, walked in a run, hit another sacrifice fly, and reached on an error. So this is potentially his 3rd real at-bat or official appearance of the game. 3 sacrifices and a walk. Outside for a ball. He also has 6 runs batted in, giving him 20 on the season. Swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper out towards second. Waiting for the hop over to first for the out. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Beavers got a big hill to climb. They're down 25-7.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me
yeah,
to
I
sound
don't know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. David Henry will lead it off for the Beavers here in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's like Cameron Miramontes is the pitcher. Lifted high down the right field line by Henry, and it's out of play. Foul. So Miramontes is the new pitcher. The fifth pitcher. Lockhart, Schreiber, Johnson, Reed, and Miramontes. That is ball 2. Ball 3 outside. Or is that ball? Oh, 2-2. Okay, thank you, Riley. Trying to see if I can get some information on my guy, Cameron Miramontes here. Sharp ground ball into left field. Base hit, David Henry gets his first hit of the day. He'll be at first base with nobody out. Miramontes making his 6th appearance, 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4.91 K rate, and a 7.36 ERA. And here's Talon Hollowell for his first appearance at the plate. Delivered in there for a strike from Miramontes. Hollowell had a couple of hits, I believe, on Tuesday. Making his first appearance, Bryce Sabaki was 1 for 5, and he takes that one outside, does Talon. Hollowell hits it high in the air and hits it well to left field, going back and making the play in left field is Ramo for the first down. Hollowell hits it well, but flies out to left, and that'll bring up Luke Haney, who came on in the 6th, had a triple, scored a run, and then walked in the 7th. So Luke is 1 for 1 so far with a run scored today. Jack Williamson on deck for ARC. Sharply hit out to second base. Over to short for 1, to first base, not in time. It's a fielder's choice. So Haney is at first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Jack Williamson. Before we have the last out, I just want to echo everything that Stone said earlier about thanking all the people associated with American River College, from Dr. Stephen Roberson all the way down to the coaches and assistant athletic directors, players, and everybody we ran into, statisticians, all the students we ran into, running scoreboards and running clocks and keeping stats. All of them have been fantastic. That one is down low for a ball. Although J-Dog has, maybe, angry a couple times, with their beliefs and stuff. Other than that, Williamson takes outside. She will be the best doctor of botany that the botanists have ever had. That's that's all I can say about that. You can look and pitch by Miramontes in there for a strike. Williamson swings and misses. Jack's hit into a double play his first time up. That's a line drive out to short. Handled it shortstop for the out, and that's your ball game. Our final score, Consumnes River College 25, ARC 7. The Beavers and Hawks will meet again tomorrow, 2 p.m. From Consumnes River. For that, you can check out Consumnes River website and their schedule and get a link there to watch that one on video. As for us, that is the end of our season. As we've already said, thanks to everyone who's made it possible, and thanks to everyone for all the help and respect and also all the support that we were given out here. We will say thank you very much. For Mark the Phantom Low, for Riley the Engineer, for Stones McCoy, we say thank you very much for everything. Thanks for watching. We'll see you this summer with the Lincoln Potters.